astray and lied to. I don't think there's anyone that hates it more than I do. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel. I feel like I'm alone and no one knows the things I know. There's nobody to talk to and there's nowhere I can go. Trapped inside the system and I'm caught up in the struggle. One day I hope to see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Hi, thank you for tuning in to F.M.S. Future Management Services Heal the Nation podcast by ttt.v. Today's topic that we're speaking of is on mental health, different forms and different areas of mental health. We will try to tap on. First and foremost, traumas have a lot to do with stressors that we have in our life. Mental health is affected. Drinking, drugging, violence, lashing out, attitudes, abuse, physical abuse, mental health breakdowns are the ways the mind and body responds to these traumas and stressors. So, once again, thank you for tuning in to F.M.S. Heal the Nation podcast by ttt.v. Let's talk about mental health. I just got a call from somebody, and they've been through a lot of self-esteem issues from a prior marriage. And I've been like a support over the years for a lot of people in mental health programs and drug addiction programs and things of that nature. Like a voice of reason, a peer advisor, you know what I'm saying? And I had a lot of experience with this. I'm not certified in any particular area or anything of that nature, but I have over 20 years of dealing with various topics, and also I have been diagnosed as well as having mental illness. They say grandiose bipolar disorder, schizoaffective. So, I would have manic episodes where I'm working, not sleeping, have a lot of energy. So that's the flip side of the depression, where I never was really depressed. I just had this euphoria type of feeling, you know. Anyway, about the phone call, they were in a marriage, and in their past marriage, there was somebody that tried to strip them of their dignity, of their pride, of their self worth, and it hurt them. And now they had a awakening after I think like 11 years or something like that. That they've been separated. They have children in their 20s and stuff like that. But the thing is, they experience a slight breakdown with me. They just venting and everything, and how they're so happy and ecstatic that God has seen them through their situation. But it's a scar that is left when we go through these traumas and stressors, and it's important that we address them and vent and get these things out. As far as depression is concerned, there's nothing. I mean, I've have somebody, and I have a relationship with that is like or had a relationship with that had they haven't been diagnosed or anything, but I see a lot of traits of bipolar, and everything will be fine for a while, and then all of a sudden, they find an issue, something that the normal person or somebody else would not take so seriously. They really take it as a detriment to their character, or they take it as a betrayal, or a thing of that nature. Is the way their mind is processing what's happened, or what's they think could happen, or whatever the case may be. When a person gets into a state, speaking of depression right now, when a person gets into a state of depression, there is nothing you can do by saying or talking to them, reasoning with them, is not going to help them out of that situation. One day, I was in Jacoby Hospital at the time, and Jacoby, there was this young lady that was very pretty, and she was very depressed. And the more you tell her she's pretty, she oh no, no I'm not, um, a lot of what you say to them does not resonate, and it's because they don't want to accept it. If a person doesn't accept the truth that you're telling them, there's no way you can shift their thought, unless you can encourage them and so forth, but they're not going to be able to really grasp it. They have to do it on their own time. You can plant seeds and hope that they grow, or someone else waters them or something, but they're not really prepared, or ready to move on from that hurt. For some reason, it's like they find a comfort in that hurt. It makes them feel good, even though they feel bad. It's like a safe zone or something for them. So we do what we can to help them, but not to our own detriment. We make sure that we don't harm ourselves in the process of trying to help them. We do what we can, and we keep it moving, because it's definitely a toxic situation, which can rub off on you, and then you're feeling bad, and you have no idea why, and it starts interfering with your circle, your cipher, your function of daily operations, and it rubs off on you. As far as paranoia is concerned, paranoia and um, that type of behavior, um, people become paranoid also when they're depressed, and also just paranoia itself is a form of mental illness, where your mind thinks that something is after you, or against you, or trying to attack you, or things of that nature. It becomes a reality to you. And the fight or flight situation is the situation that I had, because I was dealing with a lot of spiritism, spirits and things of that nature, and burning candles, and incense, and doing libations, and and things of that nature. Libations is like pouring out water or liquor or something like that for like people who have passed away, and loved ones and so forth, what have you. And I was getting really deep into the spirit aspect of it, like dealing with other dimensions that a lot of people are not aware of. And these entities were trying to get at me, is what I felt. And they, tricked me into feeling a state of paranoia. And, that's the only way that spirit or ghosts or anything like that can hurt you is by getting you to harm yourself or harm others. So the fight or flight situation is in effect. So fight or flight, I did some things that I regret and I'm remorseful of because of my mind state at the time and dealing with the spirits that I was dealing with. Um, the thing is, there is a lot of people in this world who have a mental illness because of trauma that they may have been through, different stressors, the job or what have you, that you reach a breaking point where you can't take anymore. And the more you are wallowing in that situation, the worse it becomes. It's like a snowball effect. So you you may want to lash out and be angry because of your stressors or traumas. You become violent in your nature. So the thing is, we have to be mindful of our actions and what we're feeling. We have to really ask ourselves, is this really happening? What can I do to make it better? Can I remove myself from the situation so I can think clearly? A lot of times we want to sit there in the situation and we make a situation that's bad worse. So it's better to retract from the situation and get a calm head and a more clear head so that you can handle the situation when it arises again or when you approach it in that state of mind that is more of a level headed state of mind. So we have to ask ourselves and really get to know ourselves, but ask ourselves, um, what's important? What do we want out of life? What motivates me? What makes me happy? What makes me sad? You gotta find out what these triggers are, things that put you in that state of mind that will have you responding or acting in a behavior that is indicative of having some type of mental illness. So, mental illness is definitely um, something that a lot of us need to be aware of, and a lot of us are not really even sure of our own feelings. We have to be more cognitive, think more about what you feel and what you're going through and how things make you feel and what kind of responses you get. There's tell signs like you start sweating, your hands get sweaty, your hands start shaking, your legs start shaking, you get pains in your neck. Um, your body tells you when these stressors are getting to you, and you have to pay attention to these signs. There's so many signs that the body gives you. You have to be aware of your body the way it is normally and the way it is when stressors are building up and your body will notify you. You have to be aware of it. You can sit and take deep breaths as far as coping skills. Put your feet flat on the floor, close your eyes, fix your eyes on a fixed object and stare at it and breathe slowly in and out. Inhale, exhale. Ways to calm you down: go for a walk, talk to somebody, get off your chest. You don't always have to get a response from anybody. They don't always have to tell you what to do or the way you should be feeling or giving you advice or anything like that. Sometimes you just need to vent. You just need to talk, and when you talk it out, your mind is working on it. Your subconscious mind is working on it to the point where you will be able to sort it out yourself. So talking, communicating, writing down what you feel, like a journal or something, writing down what you feel, trying to get a clear understanding of what's going on in your brain, your mind. Look it over later on and say, "Oh, why did I write that? Oh, yeah, I know why I wrote that. Now I see why I was feeling like that." Like you can always reflect and analyze. See, the whole purpose of this podcast is to heal those afflicted and to counsel those of us in need of sound counseling, to help people with their sobriety, and to share our experiences so others can understand and have a better comprehension of what others may be going through or what they may be going through that they don't even realize that they're going through it. So the whole idea is to heal the nation, heal those who are mentally ill, who are drug addicted and drug abusers, and who need sound counseling in whatever area. It could be relationships, drug, alcohol, mental health. The whole point is to help one another. You're welcome to always tune in, comment, send your text messages or log into the Zoom meeting and share and participate, or just observe and absorb the information being presented to you. The whole point is that we're here for one another. We need to be a little bit more cohesive and loving and understanding of one another. It's not all about us, all about you. It's all about us. We are the world. We are the people. We are the community. It's not just you. It's not just me. We have to help each other. And I pray and I hope that this podcasts that I'm putting out are helping those of you in the public who are appreciative and need this information or need to hear it. So always keep God in your life and God first. Pray for guidance, for understanding, for wisdom. Ask for these things, and the universe will bring it to you. You have to stay focused on who you are. Don't try to be like the Joneses, as they say, or somebody else, or keep up with what other people are doing. Just be happy where you are and happy with what you're doing and strive for better. Don't stress yourself out about things that you need not stress yourself out about. Things that are in your control, let the control that you have take place. Things that are out of your control, recognize it's out of your control and give it to God, give it to the universe, and stay focused on what your mission is, or what your plan is, or what your goals are. And pray to God the wisdom, for wisdom to know this difference. Because some things we think we can control, you can't. And it's only going to frustrate you and aggravate you and give you stress, which leads to trauma. You have to ask the universe, ask the Most High for guidance. Don't think you can do everything by yourself. The society teaches us that you have to pull yourself up by the bootstraps and all this kind of stuff about how you did it, wonderful me type of attitude. That is the wrong attitude to have, because look at the way the world is going right now. People are out of control. They have no clue why they're out of control, but they realize that there's something higher and better and stronger than them, and they don't realize that they need help. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. It shows a sense of strength when you show that you're vulnerable to something, or you need help, or in need of something. People are more apt to help you because of your honesty. Mental health is something that we all need to realize that we have to play our part. We have to play our part in helping others. We have to play our part in helping ourselves. And we have to play our part with paying attention to what our body tells us. In conclusion of this podcast, we've learned that there's different types of mental health. There's mental, there's different stressors and traumas that one goes through to make them respond a certain way. There's depression, there's anxiety, there's being anxious, there's paranoia, there's violence, behavior, lashing out, there's a fight or flight situation that occurs in the brain. The mind responds to these traumas and stresses in different ways. And we know that there's ways that we can calm ourselves and come to a more of a calmer mindset, where we can do our breathing exercise, walking, writing down the issues that we have, or what's on our mind, and trying to make sense of the situation. But the most important thing is to take time out with yourself and to really get to know yourself and know what your body tells you, so you can realize that you're getting stressed or having some type of trauma. And we have to be willing to listen. A lot of times we close our mind to sound reasoning. Like, for instance, the people I was talking about that had the depression. Like, if everyone's saying I'm pretty, then maybe I am pretty. At least give it the benefit of the doubt. Don't just close it out. No, 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 they don't know what they're talking about type of attitude. We have to open up our mind. We have to master ourselves, master our minds, master our bodies, master our behaviors. I can't get mad and angry because I'm feeling some kind of way and go do something that can get me put in jail or something like that. That's not being responsible. That's not being an adult. That's not being a grown up. Grown ups deal with real problems. And to deal with these problems builds your character. It's important that we really pay attention to what we're doing and how we feel and how we make others feel. because we may not realize that we're causing the trauma or stress to somebody else. We have to think more than just for ourselves. We have to think about the other person. We have to think about the other guy. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in to F.M.S. Future Management Services Heal the Nation podcast by ttt.v. You have a great night. See you next time.